Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Welcome back.
gamers.
This is a momentous day because I was sitting around and I was thinking about our game of the year or game of the half year video that we did. And I was like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? We have some good picks for game of the year. But there have not been some good picks for the year game of the year in previous years.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah.
now have to expose the Game Awards for that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing here today. So,
Jeff.
yeah, Jeff Keighley. I hate that guy, except yeah, he's actually all right. Never mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
Um,
he actually made like gaming awards cool.
I do agree. Yes, he has revolutionized the gaming award world, I guess, so to speak. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what we're doing today is we're going to go through each year of the Game Awards since they started, which is 2014. I know technically there's been game years before that,
Hmm.
but this is when the official like show started. So that's when we're cutting it off. And we're
Hmm.
going to uh, agree or disagree with the game that was picked for that year. And if we don't like it, we're going to give what we think should have won instead, because that's what we do best. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2014 to start off, I actually think this is a good place to start. Dragon Age Inquisition is what won Game of the Year. I actually like this game quite a lot. Um, I was looking through other games that came out in 2014, and honestly, like there are some other ones I like there's Mario Kart 8, there's Smash 4 rather. There's some other decent games, but I think Dragon Age is probably the best one that I played. So I actually am good with Dragon Age. I like that game quite a lot, so I'm going to keep it there actually.
Hmm. Yeah, no. Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know. I couldn't super get into it. Um,
Really.
I don't know, but I mean, Dark Souls at the time, people thought Dark Souls 2 was the worst of them, but like a lot of people now are like, wait, Dark Souls 2 is like was actually like pretty is like actually pretty fun.
Yeah,
Um Hearthstone, whatever, don't care about that. But my thing is Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor.
yeah,
That game is fantastic. I think that should have been the game of the year
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like a cool mix between like the play style of Assassin's Creed and the Batman Arkham games, and it was just an amazing game, basically.
I
So
see.
that should have been it.
Yeah, I can respect that pick. Shadows of War is a good game. I didn't play it all the way through it, but I did play some of it.
Hmm.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I actually think the game I considered the most was actually Bravely Default, which is down here. But
Mm.
I don't know. Dragon Age is clearly it was a very thorough and well put together game, and I don't know, I thought it was a good pick. I really do like it. So is I love Bayonetta 2, I love Brave Default, I love Mario Kart 8, um, Smash Bros. 3DS. Like those are all great games, but I don't
Hmm.
know. I think Dragon Age
Yeah.
was just like the overall best made, and I
Yeah. But also don't forget that this is the year there was also Alien Isolation,
yes, that was what I considered. Yeah,
The Wolf Among Us, which is considered like
yeah,
the best Telltale game and really good.
right.
Um, I mean, Wolfenstein: The New Order, I played. It's like it's definitely a really good remake of the series.
Yeah.
And then well, it wouldn't be Game of the Year. South Park: The Stick of Truth is like it's like
Yeah.
actually like a really fun game.
I do like that game. It is funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, and so I think that's pretty much it to say
Right.
about this year.
Yeah, let's go through the rest of these. Yeah, I forgot about AI Isolation. You mentioned it, but yeah, I did actually consider that as well. So I do love the game quite a
Hmm.
lot. But yeah, I don't know. I guess yeah, Dragon Age thing is just like the overall best. But there's definitely some good games this year for sure. Okay, 2015. So game one, the game of the year this year was Witcher 3, which
Yeah.
I do like Witcher 3 quite a lot. It's a great game, but it's not my favorite. So I went and changed it out. I decided to elect Until Dawn because that game is fantastic. I still think the just like the raw experience that game gives you, especially when you play with friends, is just like unmatched in my opinion. Like there's very few games that even come close to that, if you ask me. Um, The presentation's amazing. I think the characters are all likable, memorable. The story was great. The twist was really crazy and unexpected for me. And I guess that that's the game that I've resonated with for a long time, and I will pretty much always remember that game just for how fun it was to play. Um, and yeah, I think it deserves a lot of credit for that. So I would give it to Until Dawn. Witcher 3 is a great game too. It's probably like second or third for me. I definitely do like that game quite a lot as well. So yeah.
Yeah, well, so it's like, yeah, this is one of the things where like I couldn't really get into Witcher 3. I know. Calm down, Carson. Okay, calm down. I said calm down.
I'm calm.
What? Where'd he go? Hello?
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 You can be all right?
Where are you? What? You sound like you're like 100 feet away. What happened?
I'm right here. What do you mean?
What happened?
What do you mean?
You sounded like you were like 100, like you sounded like you were like 50 feet away or something for a split second.
I had to scare you, bro.
So, anyways, well, this is the year Undertale came out. So you're telling me Witcher 3 is better than Undertale?
Yes.
Okay, you sound like you're really far away again. Are
Really?
you are you using your AirPods to do this?
No.
Okay, all right, everyone, he's using his AirPods
I'm
and they're
actually not.
disconnecting.
I'm using wired earbuds.
Well, they're definitely disconnecting, and then it's using like your microphone on your thing sometimes.
That's
Oh,
annoying.
yeah, here we get to look at. Oh,
All
well,
right. Well, I'll fix it while you talk. Hold on.
okay. So yeah, so The Witcher 3, um, yeah, I tried playing this time and time again. I was just kind of like, yeah, it was good, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I've tried it a few times. Every time it's just kind of been, eh. But so I have played Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I never finished it. But that game is also really fun. Uh, Super Mario Maker, I think that ah, I don't know. But the big one on here is Bloodborne. I have seen that if Bloodborne wasn't a PlayStation exclusive and a lot more people got to play it, I think Bloodborne would have won this by far, but because it was only on PS4, um, that really hindered its reach. Um, but for me personally, I am not even sure what I would have put on here, but this it would probably be Batman Arkham Knight.
That was
Just
2015.
yes,
That's crazy. I didn't know it was that recent.
yeah. Well, yeah. That's the other one. That's because there's Batman. Because there's Arkham City, uh, and then there's Arkham Knight,
Right.
which is like the one that
Third
was then
one. Yeah.
yeah, when it was like put onto like the newer consoles.
Right.
And like that game is beautiful and like it's like really well made and stuff like that. So I feel like that probably would have been um the best one out of everything here.
Yeah.
Um I mean, I also really loved Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Um let's see what else is there. Um I mean, yeah, or Ori and the Blind Forest, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, no one cares about like smaller games
Yeah.
that
The biggest like honorable mention I would give is Life is Strange, like I mentioned on the other video.
Mm-hmm,
That game was really good. So I actually think that'd be my second place, and then Witcher 3 would be third if I was to do like a top three.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And we'll see. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Um, oh yeah, we did play Rocket League a lot. Um,
Yeah,
when we were in high school and doing that. But the game fell off, and so now I'm gonna be like, nah. Um, oh yeah. So in 2014, there was Destiny. Um, and like I started playing it in 2015, and so Destiny the Taken King DLC came out, and that if I could make that DLC like a game of the year, it would be Destiny Taken King.
I see.
But can't do that. Meh, meh, meh.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Hmm.
I agree.
But so I would say that yeah, Destiny Taken King is my top if possible for that.
I see. Yeah. 2016 or 2015 was, I would say, a good year. I wouldn't say it was a great year, but it was a good year for games. So I definitely think there's some solid picks here.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah. All right, 2016. This is gonna be probably the first one we have some strong words, I'd say.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Overwatch, and then there's the thing, Overwatch definitely is a game that has not aged very well, if you ask me. Like, I think it was
Hmm.
looked at like a lot more positively than it is now.
I mean,
Um,
yeah.
but at the same time, like, yeah, that game is just like it's
Hmm.
hard to look at that game positively now, and I definitely would have a hard time voting
Yeah.
for it.
And
If
this
I
is
was
also
to, yeah.
before I don't like it was that like Blizzard was kind of like a gross company
Yeah, sure.
and all that.
Yeah.
But especially when you look at the other games that came out here, like Doom, the Doom remake, it's insanely good.
Yeah.
Like ID Software has done an amazing job of like the reboot of the franchise where literally every game like the the two Doom games after that are like better and even better. And like it's just amazing. Inside, it's that kind of game where, a lot of like the general public probably wouldn't would probably look at this game and be like, this looks stupid.
Yeah.
But it was so good in terms of its like storytelling, like how well it was made and just the theming of it, that it even made it to Game of the Year
Right.
nominee. But because games like that just typically like usually it's like the bigger, huge, 100 gigabyte games make it onto here because
Yep.
blah blah blah. But and then Titanfall 2, uh, this is considered like one of the best shooters of all time. Um, like in terms of multiplayer and its campaign. And literally anyone who played Titanfall or whatever, everyone's like we need Titanfall 3.
Yes. Why
And
hasn't there been
then
one of those yet? What's going on with that?
they've just been busy doing like the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
they're
so.
because they're published by EA, their game.
Right. Yeah.
They kind of just have to do what EA tells them. Um, and I mean they do a good job of the Star Wars games that they're making, but you know, but then Uncharted 4, that game is also really, really good. Like really good narrative. Just made incredibly well. Um, and then they gave it to Overwatch, to British Girl, and paved the way to a lot of Rule 34.
Indeed. Yeah. It's kind of a shame because like 2016 is kind of a weird year for me because like a lot of games I was playing then were either like my gaming like atmosphere, so to speak, was like I was pretty much like only like a Nintendo gamer back then. Like I owned an Xbox and a PlayStation 4, but I didn't play many games on them. And so, that was the last like big year for the Wii U, which unfortunately meant there weren't like any games coming out. So like
Hmm.
I was kind of in limbo with the games to play. Like I think like the biggest thing I was excited for um outside Nintendo was I believe Star Wars Battlefront, which came out like just before 2016. Um
Mhm.
but I got for Christmas. So I played most of it in 2016. However, that game was terrible. So I ended up kind of not having what to play for most of this year. Um because like all these games that are on here, like all these are games I've either heard a lot about and I know they're good, or I want to play them, like, Inside, Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4, Firewatch. Like these are all games I really want to play. Um,
Hmm.
but I just haven't had a chance to play them yet. So I didn't have a lot for this year. So the pick I decided to go with was instead of Overwatch, I went with Stardew Valley because that game I know is really good. I do like that game. I
Mhm.
don't know if it's like, like it's kind of weird. It's like for me personally, even though I think it's a great game, it's probably like if I'm ranking all my new game of the year cat I guess nominees, that probably is like toward the bottom, but I still like the game a lot, and
Mhm.
I think it definitely deserves some recognition for that.
Yeah.
So
I realized that
yeah,
I didn't say my game of the year. I would make it Stardew Valley as well.
yeah, there you go.
Because, it definitely didn't have as big of a following when it first came out. But then like I think like once like a year it like about a year after is when it like really started to pick up and people were like, wait, this game is like the Holy Grail.
Right.
Um and so because yeah, I would have made it because it's like yeah, that's so much better than Overwatch. Stardew
Yep.
Valley, please.
Yeah. Definitely
Like
is now.
I would say like for me a closer second probably would have been Titanfall 2.
Sure.
Um
Yeah.
but literally all the other ones are so much better.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping I do own Firewatch now and I own Uncharted 4. So I'm hoping if all goes well, I can hopefully have those two games played
You
by the end
didn't
of the
you
year.
didn't play Uncharted 4?
No, I played 1 through 3, but not 4. So
Bruh,
yeah, I own it though. So I'm hoping I'll get around to it eventually.
you weren't there when me and Joe played it?
I watched you play part of the game once, but it was like for like an hour or two. It wasn't very long.
Okay.
So
Yeah, the
yeah.
game's very very good.
Yeah, it does look good. So definitely I would like to get to it eventually, certainly. So
Mhm.
yeah. All right.
Well,
2017.
alrighty.
This is going to be an interesting year to talk about because I have mixed feelings on this year,
Mhm.
generally. But I'll let you go first. So what do you have here?
So I have a couple of things. Mainly, so I love Breath of the Wild. That is on my list of like, you know how people say if there's one game where you could play for the first time with no knowledge of whatever, like
Yeah,
that's one of them.
sure.
Because like I love open world, I love just exploration, like everything of the game, or mostly everything I loved about it. Um, I played I think I played like 30 hours of Persona 5, and while the game is really fun, it is kind of like it kind of got to that point where I was like, I don't really want to keep playing it because I knew there was like 40 more hours ahead.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
And yeah, looking back now, PUBG, yeah, that's funny. Um,
Yeah. Is that game still even like relevant anymore? Like people play that still?
I don't know. I mean, it's still like the servers are still up and all that.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Fortnite and like Apex kind of just like killed that game, honestly.
yeah, and this was also before there was then uh because Fortnite was out, but it was kind of like this was like the
Unknown, yeah. It
well,
wasn't relevant till
not
like
unknown
next
alone.
year, wasn't
It wasn't that it wasn't like unknown. It was that this was like the grittier, realistic one,
it?
and the other
Sure.
one was like goofy.
The cartoony one, yeah.
Yeah, and so that was like the first one where then they were like, oh, it's like real gun stuff.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but so I would say that this year was really good though in
Yeah.
terms of games.
Yeah.
Um, so I will say I do think that Breath of the Wild is still my game of the year for this. But Mario Odyssey is amazing. Uh, I think Cuphead should have been I would replace PUBG with Cuphead.
Right.
Um, because like that game is just beautiful. Um, and like a lot of people love Nier Automata.
Yeah.
I think that like that was just a bit more of a niche thing, and so that didn't really make it up there. Um, Wolfenstein 2 is amazing. I also love Destiny 2. I haven't played it since they really started to go onto like the just keep making DLC train.
Yeah.
But I played Destiny 2 for like the first like couple years it was out. Because I loved the first game and I was playing that one. Um, I mean, yeah, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard was also really good. Um, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Ugh. No.
Oh, what?
Some people do like that game, but I couldn't get into it. I couldn't do it.
Mm, yeah, but basically all these other games that I mentioned that aren't on the list for Game of the Year nominees could have easily been up there instead of PUBG. All
Right.
these other ones, I think those are very deserving of the Game of the Year. But next, I want to talk about what should have been if it came out correctly,
Okay.
and that is No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Because back then,
Was
it
that game
was horrible.
2017?
Yes, that
That's
came out
crazy.
in 2017. I think it was the 2015. It was either the 2015 or 2016 when it was voted as like the most anticipated game for next year.
It came out in
Um,
2016, by the way.
it did.
Yeah, on PlayStation 4 it did anyway. But you can talk about it now anyway, since we're already past that year.
Whoopsies. Okay. Well then, yeah, if it was what it was supposed to be in 2016, I think that would have been it.
Yeah.
And then my other one. Which is actually I would say is really close, probably the closest to Breath of the Wild, is Shadow of War, which is the sequel to that Shadow of Mordor game,
Right.
and it's really just that game, but just even better, and like it's like not even really cared for like at all.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's on any of these things, but
No.
yeah, but it came out in 2017.
Oh
Or
yeah,
maybe it
Fire
was because
Echoes came out that
or
year.
was it? Or
Okay.
maybe it was because it came out later in the year. Let me actually
Yeah.
make. Oh, it says October. Oh, is
FF15 was
that
2017?
is October 10th? Is that like past the date of where?
No, I believe the deadline is like end of November, I believe.
Okay, then yeah. So because I don't think I saw it mentioned at all in 20 in anything in the 2018 one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So yeah, this that was for especially for it being like for Shadow of Mordor, being praised a lot and having like awards and nominations and all that stuff, but then it just be like its sequel, which is
Yeah.
amazing, just kind of be ignored.
Hmm.
It's kind of like oh, like, okay.
Right.
So that's my piece.
There you go. Yeah.
Next.
So this year is really weird for me because listen, and objectively, this year has a lot of amazing games. But somehow very few of them really clicked with me. I don't know how it happened, but there were just so few that I actually like really enjoyed. Like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey are probably two of the best games Nintendo's ever made, and I think they're my least favorite in those respective IPs. I just don't like them. Um, Persona 5, I enjoyed what I played. I played about 10 hours of it, and I just didn't want to commit to playing, 70 more hours of it, so I didn't play the rest. Um, Nier Automata, I love that game. I love the story, but some of the characters, it didn't resonate with me. I don't know what it was. Cuphead, I played a little bit of it, but I knew that game's not for me. Um, so ultimately, I decided to go with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard because that is one of the few games I
Mm-hmm.
played all the way to completion and really enjoyed it the entire way through. And I just think that game does such a great job of mixing like the action of Resident Evil with the kind of the horror that they were trying to lean more into around that time. And I think they did a great job. Ethan as a character was really fun to play as. I liked, fighting the family and all the things they kind of brought to the table. Um, and within the series. I overall really like the game. I think it's maybe my favorite Resident Evil game. I know it's crazy to say because 4 exists, but I think it's a fantastic game. And yeah, I just think it nailed every part of Resident Evil to its to its core. It was just such a great game. So I would give that one to it. But I mean, yeah, there was a lot of great games this year. Like other games I played I really liked, like Splatoon 2, Xenoblade 2, I believe Hollow Knight came out in 2017. Sonic Mania I liked a lot. So like there were a lot of other good games. Like even like Breath of the Wild, like like I played that game all the way through, and like I think there's good things about that game, but I don't think it wasn't the kind of Zelda I was looking for. Um, so yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but yeah, there was a lot of good games this year. I think honestly, objectively, this might have been like the best year for games that we're gonna talk about on this video. Like this year was just so filled with great things, and I really like it for that. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay then. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
2018.
Oh my gosh, how many episodes? There we go. All right. 2018.
Hmm.
So I'll start with this one, I guess.
All right.
So yeah, winner was God of War, which I do like God of War actually. I played that game not too long ago. It was like 3 or 4 years ago now. I actually did like it. It did not blow me away for some people though. I didn't think it was like out of this world good. I thought it was just a pretty solid game. Um, so I do give some credit, not my favorite. I would give it to Smash Ultimate. I mentioned it many times on this channel. I just love that game. I think the content is just incredible. It is truly a celebration of video games, and I think it does it maybe better than any other game has ever done it. The party fun that you can have of this game is incredible. The amount of work and effort and just creativity went into the game is unmatched. And I sincerely hope that they find a way to build off this game. I know that more than likely that's not what's going to happen, but I think this game deserves honestly to live more than or live longer than I think it's going to. So yeah, I love that game a lot. I'll mention Celeste. That game's amazing. Great indie game, and yeah, I love that game a lot too. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Really? Not Detroit Become Human for you?
Um, that it's weird. That game used to like one of my top five like third games of all time, and I still love that game a lot. But over the years, I kind of have lost a little bit of like, infatuation in that game. Like it definitely has like fallen down the ranks for me. I guess yeah. Now that you mentioned, I probably would give it like an honorable mention at least. That game is still great, but like I don't know, some of the charm of that game has like fallen down the list for me just a little bit. Like while it used to be like a top five game for me, I would put it now closer to like top 20. Like it's just not quite as high.
Hmm.
Um, but still a great game. So yeah, definitely. Actually, it is a good show. I definitely would at least like recognize it.
Hmm. Okay. Well, so I think the God of War remake, yeah, it's pretty good. But for me, I think Red Dead 2
Yeah,
is is definitely should have deserved it because it is like just super, super, super well made. Like I mean, I love the story. It was pretty much a perfect sequel to the first game that was so beloved. Um, the actual like engineering that went into the game in terms of like uh how next gen it was incredible. Like the like different engines for like how things basically interact with each other, like with weather or just walking through snow and like all that stuff. It's like super, super insanely detailed. Um, and so I think that's definitely a little better. I will say I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I would probably put that as my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
yeah,
Um, if I take off the rose tinted glasses of like Assassin's Creed 2 of like playing that like years and years and years ago. Um,
yeah,
but I think So Spider-Man,
Have
I don't like it. I think it kind of sucks.
you played that one?
Yeah, and I
Interesting.
just couldn't like literally the first mission is like it was just kind of like I don't know, it felt boring to me.
Yeah,
And I didn't like the dialogue and like how quippy he is.
right.
Uh and and I was like, yeah, swinging around New York was fun for like 10 minutes. And then I was like, I don't really want to play this.
Yeah, no, I definitely like if I'm doing like most overrated game of 2018, that's probably for me. I don't think it's a terrible game, but
Yeah,
I did
it's
not
not
see the game of the year
terrible,
quality.
but
Yeah, I did not see that. I just didn't.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And like yeah, Celeste is very good.
Yes, this is amazing.
But if we talk about other indie games, Octopath, well, not indie game. Octopath Traveler is an indie game, but it's
Right.
like that.
Remixed, yeah.
But then also a game I love, Dead Cells, which is a
Mm,
roguelike, came
yeah.
out. Um, um,
Yeah, looking down the
so
list
I
here,
would say
yeah,
that was
yeah.
probably a bit better, but
Right. Yeah, Ultimate Traveler is a game I really like. A Way Out is a game I really liked. Ni no Kuni 2, fantastic game. Love that game a lot.
mm,
Um, yeah, No Man's Sky, once it finally became good, the best
yeah.
ongoing game. Yeah, that game definitely got a lot better. Unfortunately I
Well,
played it back when it
it didn't
sucked.
get best ongoing game,
Yeah,
but
but it was yeah, it was the
yeah.
intention, yeah. Um, Mega Man 11, solid game. So yeah, like there was definitely a lot of good games here as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Quest 11, that's a game I want to at least try.
Yeah.
Lion Tennis Aces,
Nintendo Labo,
bleh.
that should have won.
Labo, yeah,
Yeah, Nintendo Labo, that should have been.
I do agree. That game was fantastic.
Mhm.
If you want to call it a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but there's some games this year for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, solid year.
I agree.
Uh,
Alrighty.
so-
2019. I don't remember what I even wrote for 2019. I'll have to look at my notes in a second. Okay,
All
2019
right.
Game of the Year winner was, oh yeah, Sekiro, which I have never even played, so
Mhm.
there's that.
I've never played it, but I have seen a lot on it, and I do understand its thing.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is funny because Smash Ultimate actually was on the list for this year because it was too late for 2018.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, if I was to do it, I don't know if you're gonna agree with me on this. I'm giving it to Five and Three Houses because that game is just incredible. It's still my favorite
Oh
game
yeah.
on the
Oh, that was this
Switch.
year?
That was 2019.
Okay,
Yeah,
then yeah. Yeah,
yeah. So
I think we both agree that's like our fa like one of our favorite games ever.
yep, it is for me for sure. So yeah,
Yeah. I think we both have replayed the game like at
10 times.
least
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah. Yeah, it's
mhm.
fantastic. It's the best game on the Switch in my opinion. And yeah, it's just great in every way. Everyone's heard me ramble on that game like 6 times, though, so I don't need to say it again. But
Yeah.
it's an
But
incredible game.
yeah,
So
I understand why though it's not on the game of the year list just because it's
it's not
only
for
on
everyone.
Switch and Fire Emblem isn't like
Super popular.
yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't like the kind of game that would be like a console seller like Mario Odyssey or Breath
Breath
of
of the
the
Wild.
Wild.
Yeah,
So I understand why. Um, but
yeah, yeah. I
but
actually
Sekiro though, like I
Sekiro.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I actually kind of struggle to find other games I even like want to put on here because like most of like the big games that have come out in 2019, I didn't play. Like Death
Mhm.
Stranding, I haven't played. Control, I played a little bit, but I didn't play a ton. Um,
Hmm.
what else even is there? Like Resident Evil 2 remake, that game I heard was good, but I didn't play it. Kingdom Hearts 3, didn't play that. So yeah,
Hmm.
Life is Strange 2, want to play that game at some point. I haven't gone around to it. Like there's a lot of games that I know are good, but I haven't played many of them, so I kind of was left with few options. Thankfully, Three Houses I already knew I was gonna put on there no matter what, so I saw much behind it. So yeah,
Let's see. So it was what was it? I thought I saw. Oh
Link's
yeah.
Awakening remake. That's right.
Uh, Outer Wilds
Mm,
was
yeah,
came out this year. And Katana Zero. Katana Zero is on my list of best games of all time. That is on my list for that.
yeah,
So I would say like I think I would put Katana Zero as probably my game of the year for
Hmm.
this. Like so actually even now, like the game they have been saying that they're like in the middle of making like a free DLC for the game. They literally like we hadn't heard anything for like years, and then I think like earlier this year they like came up with like a teaser trailer for it, and they're like,
Mm.
and it's still free,
Yeah.
and like, but I don't think there's like a release date yet for whatever thing because I guess it's just like a small team, and I don't know if there was like troubles in the studio or whatever, uh, but and also the Outer Worlds, I think that is a very very good game. Because this is when Obsidian was like they left and they were like, all right, well let's like make our own like good Fallout.
Mm.
Um, and and that's exactly what they did with the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds 2 is on my list of like most anticipated games. That's like finally coming out. Um, Obsidian is just a great developer, but
Right.
yeah, I liked Control too. I never finished it,
Yeah.
but the gameplay and the story is very good. Um, but I would say I'm going to play Sekiro at some point,
Right.
but I just haven't gotten to
Yeah. I know if Luke was here, he'd be talking it up, so I know it's definitely good. So
it.
yeah. All right. 2020. That's gonna be where I could probably get the most animated. I'm sure many people will if they were also here. Um. Yeah. If you look at the nominees for Game of the Year this year,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll say.
Repeated 2016.
Yeah, so Last of Us 2, this is a weird game for me. I played the game when it came out, but I did not finish it. I don't remember why I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it. But then I decided this year actually to, alongside the release of season 2 of the show, I decided to go back and replay the entire game from the beginning because I wanted to give it another chance. I never saw the ending. I heard it was very controversial, so I wanted to at least see it. And I played the whole game, and I actually think that some parts of this game are some of the best in the genre. The gameplay is fantastic. I love fighting, not only the humans but also the infected. It's really fun. I think some of the locations you go to are really interesting. Some different like gameplay challenges it gives you, like climbing down a building, going across like crazy like sky bridges and stuff. Like it's really cool.
Hmm.
Um, and I think some of the characters are really interesting. But the ending and just generally, I think the specific way in which the story was told was just not good enough for me. It just wasn't good. Um, to me, the best way I can describe the story without spoiling anything is the story feels like if you watched John Wick, but at the very end he decided not to kill the guy who killed his dog. That's what this game is. And it just feels so unsatisfying and so lame, frankly, that it feels like the reward for seeing the story play out and experiencing it is just like so unfulfilling and almost like a slap in the face. I did not like it. It wasn't satisfying and I didn't think it was good. So yeah, I get why some people like the game, but I don't. And frankly, when you're doing Game of the Year, which yes is partially decided by a fan vote, I don't understand how this game won. I really don't get it. To me, it
Hmm.
feels like the
Yeah.
committee and the media just pull for this game so hard because it's Naughty Dog, it's a darling game, and frankly, I just think that all these other games on here, frankly, got screwed. I think all these other games are just better, and I like them all way more than I like Last of Us 2. That being said, I would give my pick to FF7 Remake. That game was incredible. It built upon an amazing template, of course, being FF7 the original, and it just expanded upon the world, made the characters feel so much more alive and interesting, which is very impressive to me because it already felt great in the original. I love the story and the way it played out, even though it was only one third of the game. And frankly, it made me go from being just kind of like a average like Final Fantasy fan to being like a really really engaged one. I like FF7's what really got me into the Final Fantasy kind of universe, and I love FF7 Remake. And it's an amazing game. Cannot wait for the third part to come out, hopefully in a year or two. Um, And yeah, I think it's just an amazing game. And I would give a honorable mention to Hades. That game is incredible. And I think that was being objective. I probably would give it to that game. But roguelikes, just while I do like roguelikes, they're not my favorite genre of all time. So I wouldn't give it too many points, but I do like the game a lot. And I think it probably, if I was being objective, that game probably should have won.
Nothing to say about Ghost of Tsushima. Oh,
Nope, never played it.
wow. Okay. Um, yeah, Last of Us Part Two. It got glazed
Yeah,
um by everyone. And yeah, definitely should not won because I would say all the other games on that list are also very, and also something to very much consider is that this is when COVID was in full swing.
yeah,
And so this year there was way more people at home just trying to fill up the time. And a lot of people bought consoles because they were like, well, I guess I'll play some games. Like Switch sales were really good, especially because of Animal Crossing.
right,
Like a lot of people, like that was like their cozy, like I'm stuck at home because the world is shut down game.
right.
Um, and then, Doom Eternal, like I said before, like ID Software just did an amazing job with the first Doom remake, and then this game is just even better. Yeah, I have played 7 Remake. I didn't play through the DLC because I found the character really annoying.
You don't like Yuffie?
No, I put
I
it
love
down.
Yuffie. Yuffie's awesome.
The dialogue was just too cringe for me and too annoying, and so I put it down. But the actual game itself, yeah, great. Um, Ghost of Tsushima, um, yeah, that is like a work of art. Um, like it's just really, really fun, basically. I haven't had the chance to play through a lot of it because I didn't have my PlayStation for a while, but I just got my PlayStation again. And it's on my list to start up again. Uh, so, and then Hades, I love roguelikes, so, you know, think it's really good. Uh, I think that was the one that most people were upset about not winning. I think it was Hades, I feel like.
Yeah,
I think that's the most buzz I heard. Um, and then, so what would be my game of the year for this year, though? I'm trying to think of what I played the most.
yeah. I also give a quick shout out to Half-Life and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Those games are great too.
Yeah, the Half-Life Alyx, I think, I didn't play it because I didn't have VR, but
Yeah,
just from everything I've heard about it, of how it's like probably the best VR game out there, and
yeah,
it was kind of like a turning point in terms of um like actual narrative games, not just like little kind of simple games for VR, but more like standard.
right. Yeah, I didn't play it
Um,
either, but I know. Yeah, I know it's good. Yeah, well, you can put Fall. You can say Fall Guys.
yeah,
You can
I
say
mean,
Among Us.
yeah, Among Us
Yeah,
came out this year.
yeah. Why
I
isn't that
mean,
anywhere on here? What the hell?
yeah, I mean, it's on like best multiplayer game and other
Uh,
stuff, but I would probably say. Hmm. I would probably give it to Hades.
yeah,
I think that's the game I played the most during his. I think for this year though, I did play a lot of Animal Crossing and um and Hades.
yeah,
Uh, but I don't think I played a lot of other games that came out this year
yeah.
in that year.
Yeah,
Um,
the second best game I played during 2020 was Danganronpa 3, but that game came out in 2017, so I can't count it. But
hmm,
that game was
yeah.
great. So
Yeah, because I didn't play any like fighting games. Like there was like a bunch of fighting games that came out. Um, there's Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I don't remember what all games I played in 2020. Like, yeah, I played some Animal Crossing. I played Last of Us Part 2, like three-fourths of the way through. I played
hmm.
Hades, and I played Danganronpa 3. But I don't remember what else I played after that. It's like I didn't get
Oh,
a lot of.
I did
Good.
play Paper Mario the Origami King.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I did not buy that, and I knew I wasn't gonna like it if I did, so I didn't get it.
I I don't know why I never finished it, but I actually really liked that game. Like the
Mm.
game is actually like really pretty, and if the f actual fight system and the bosses were a little better, I think this would have been a much better game.
Yeah, the way
Um,
my friend described it one time was he likes the game except when he has to actually play it, which I agree with. So,
'Cause yeah, it's uh 'cause I get the kind of like boss thing of like, oh, it's like the paper, like, or it's like the craft supplies.
yeah.
Like I get that. Um, but what I think the direction they should have taken, this is a bit of a tangent. I think the direction they should have taken is, so there's like four like elemental like animal thing bosses that are like folded, it's like folded origami. And those are cooler bosses because it's like actually like folded origami, which I think if they made like all the bosses like cool creatures made out of folded paper, I think that would have been way cooler than like a stapler. Um, and
Yeah.
what was it, colored pencils? Um, and like I actually didn't mind the battle system.
Ugh.
Uh, it could have been designed better,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was as atrocious as people were saying. 'Cause it kind of, it kind of put a little bit of interactivity into the battles, but that I think that's the game I played a lot of as well this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, in terms of Nintendo, I think the games I actually spent the most time playing were the Pikmin 3 port and then Age of Calamity, but I didn't finish either of those games,
mm,
so I don't know how much I would give those games credit for. Um, because yeah, like that was definitely not a great year for Nintendo for sure.
hmm
Like I can't even think of the games that even came out that year that I played from them. So
hmm
yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at Best Family Game. I usually has a lot of Nintendo games on it. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, Animal Crossing. Duh. Yeah, I probably would give that game a lot of credit. Yeah. But that was probably about it. So
Yeah. Well, but I would say it was because Nintendo was like cooking up some stuff
right,
that year,
yeah,
so they were
sure.
yeah. So, all right, ready for the next year?
Oh yes. My gosh, I'm scrolling so far now. This is a mess. All right, 2021.
21.
So this is interesting. So it takes two one,
hmm
which I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you it didn't deserve it. I think it's a good game, but was it my favorite? No. I thought it was just good. I thought it was good, but not great, frankly. Um, so I'll say, the game was good. I liked it. I'm happy that it kind of because like A Way Out was a great game too, but it didn't really like hit the mass audience the way that this game seemed to have. So I'm happy that they kind of put these games like more on the map because they are
hmm
good games. Um, but I don't think they're great games, unfortunately. Um, so what I elected, I actually kind of cheated this year. I'm actually picking three games. I could not decide between the three. I think they're
Bro.
all like equal almost for me. So I'm
hmm
gonna go with three games being Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and then Tales of Arise. And those games were all amazing for different reasons, basically. A Metroid Dread, the exploration, and just finally seeing a new entry in the 2D Metroid series. It had been almost 20 years. It was amazing to see that finally. Ratchet and Clank, I hadn't played a Ratchet and Clank game in a long time, but I've always loved them. I think this game just does something so amazingly, like the battle system, the upgrades. I think the writing, like it was all like top notch. Ratchet and Clank, if you ask me. I just thought it was a great entry in that series. I can't believe I didn't play it until like a year or two after it came out. I remember I bought the game like at release. I only played like 5 hours of the game maybe, and then for some reason I just put it down. I found my back to it like 2 or 3 years later, and it was fantastic. So. I really like that game a lot. And in Tales of Arise, I really enjoyed the combat and the overall world of that game. I know people have some issues with like some of like the characters and the writing of it. I don't necessarily disagree with those things. But I think some of the things it did well, I think it does extremely well to the point where I think it might have been some of the best in that genre. And I really enjoyed it. So I'll give the game a lot of credit too. The DLC unfortunately was trash. I hated it. But the main game I thought was great and I really liked it a lot. Definitely one of my favorite games in the Tales of series. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say I think It Takes Two winning. Uh, it also definitely helped that this was still COVID-y,
Yeah,
and
remnants of COVID, yeah.
yeah, and so It Takes Two was kind of that game where a lot of people wanted to do something with their friends, and this is like the perfect game to play
Right.
because it works just as good online as it is in person.
Yeah.
Um, and being able to, like see your friend's screen as well when online. I don't know. It's just it kind of puts the comfort back into gaming, I would
Sure.
say, those kind of games. Um, and so I think because so many more people played this game than like if like a way out and stuff, and because they just wanted something kind of cozy, and it's still made very well.
Yeah.
Like this game also, it's he's also the guy who made it. Um, he's also like super passionate about basically making good games not for the money, but
Yeah.
for the enjoyment of the people. 'Cause this is also like if one friend bought the game, there was like a version of the game that was a free download that if the friend who bought the game invited you, like you could then just join it.
Right. Yeah, which
So
which is what I did
yeah,
for next one. What's it called? Split Fiction. So yeah.
yeah. I think I mean they also did that for A Way Out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so that just I think that also kind of gave it props is that like they could have easily made it to where you both had to buy it.
Right.
Um, because I think it was only $40, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah, I think it
Um,
was either 40 or 50. It definitely was not like full price though, you know.
yeah. And so a lot of people, okay, yeah, let's split it and pay $25 each and just one of us buys it. Like, yeah. And so I think those other factors really played into it winning. Um, I played a little bit of Psychonauts 2. I don't know, I'm just not a huge 3D platformer person. Um,
Missing
so I
out.
was kind of Deathloop, I don't think it should be up there, but
Yeah, I still haven't played that game. I don't even know if it's as good as like it allegedly was supposed to be. I have no idea.
at first it was like, oh, this game's really cool,
Yeah.
and then it was kind of like, well, like, well, it's kind of it's and then blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Um, but what was the other thing that came out that I was like, oh, this is
Cyberpunk. Um,
yes, that's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah, that was just because Cyberpunk was kind of a mess at launch.
Yep.
Um, that it didn't have anything here. If it was better, I think it could have easily won.
Yep.
Like if it wasn't a bit of a buggy mess, it could have easily won Game of the Year.
Right.
Um, but yeah, and see, so I never played Metroid Dread. I don't know. I
It's
never
fantastic.
really played the Metroid games, so I was like, I don't need to make that my first one. Um, but yeah, so I also played Tales of Arise. I also really loved the game. Uh,
Yeah.
but the ending does kind of drag on
I do agree.
for a
There's like
bit.
a 3 hour segment that is like not very good toward the end. But I think other than that one segment, it's fantastic. So,
Yeah, and so I was kind of just like by the end, I was just like, and because of that I never played the DLC.
well, the DLC was a
Um,
mess. Don't play that. Oh, it
okay,
was so bad.
but so while I would say my game of the year, it probably is It Takes Two, but a close second is Halo Infinite.
Mm, okay.
Now, uh, like I think this game deserved more people playing it than what it had. Because the campaign I thought was amazing. Like
Yeah.
the story is great, the just the atmosphere is great. Um, like it definitely a lot of people didn't play it because of uh Halo 5 and
Yeah.
a lot of people were just not like wanting to care about Halo anymore, understandably. Um, like the multiplayer is all right. It's still like kind of just general Halo. Um, but but the ending of the campaign is very good, and it like they set up the next campaign like it and not on a cliffhanger, but on something of like there's a very I don't want to spoil it because I feel like it's cool. But
Yeah.
uh, I think that would be my close second, and that's something that I just wish more people would have played that game,
Yeah.
just for the campaign. But yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I also would give a small shout out to Bowser's Fury, which was an add-on to Mario 3D World. That was a pretty good add-on. I think if it had been a more expanded thing, could have been a great standalone game. And also Mario Party Superstars. Um, that was the best Mario Party made in the last like 10 years at that point. They finally decided to stop messing around with the nonsense and the bull crap they were adding to those games. And they finally just made one that was just straight out of the first three mostly, and it was great. So, and it seems like they kind of got the hint after that, so that was good to see. But yeah, I definitely would also I would highlight those. In terms of anything else I would mention, um, Resident Evil 4 remake I've heard is pretty good. I have not played it yet, unfortunately, but I do want to at some point. Um, that's
Mhm.
about it, I guess. I know Guardians of the Galaxy was a game that some people really liked, but
I thought that game sucked.
yeah, some people really like it, but I wasn't impressed with what I saw. Um, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Inscription I know is pretty solid.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, all right, I guess that's about it. Okay,
All right.
2022.
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right.
2022. I wonder
One
what
of the
won this
best.
year. Oh yeah, oh this is the Elden Ring here. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So yeah,
Uh,
I'll let you start. You actually
mhm.
have played this game, so
Uh, but actually, not much to say because yeah, they deserve it. Elden Ring is incredible. Uh, all the people who played Ragnarok and like only played Ragnarok because they're like uh PlayStation exclusive like suck ups, and they're like, no, gonna Ragnarok, we didn't win, man. Um, they were crybaby. But yeah, Elden Ring is that is also one of the games where it's like it's just perfect. Like pretty much in every way, it is perfect. Um, and I think I've replayed it and beaten it I think 4 times. Um, so not much to say because I think it's just the best.
yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know this game is good. I just know I wouldn't personally like it, so I've never played it, but I know it's really good. So I definitely can respect the pick certainly. Because I haven't played it though, I picked something else. I decided to go with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I actually kind of realized there aren't a lot of games that come out this year that I like really, really love. Like I'm sure Xenoblade 3 would be up there if I had finished it, but I've not finished the game yet. Um, so I'm with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I do like the game quite a lot. I think it's the best Pokemon game maybe in like 10 years. So I really like it.
Agree with
I
that.
was what now?
Agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also would give honorable mentions to Fire Emblem Three Hopes and AI of Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. Those are two pretty
Hmm.
solid games as well. I didn't think they were quite like game of the year level quality games. I really enjoyed them, so I just want to give them some semblance of a shout out.
Mhm. Love those games too.
Yeah, so yeah, that's game. This year definitely was not the best year for games for me personally. Although I know there were some other good games like this game bottom game of the year for me.
The
But
Lego Stars
yeah,
Saga. Yeah.
ugh.
I remember bought, I think I bought like the gold edition or whatever. That was like
So
$100.
did I. Yeah, but I'm on the Switch and I regret it ever
Yeah, I bought on
since.
the Switch as well. But now it's on Game Pass, and so it's like if I want to play it, I'll just play it on the Xbox.
Right, yeah. So
But I
yeah.
probably won't. So
Yeah.
yeah, not
All
a lot to
right.
say about this year, but I think that's a good thing because it's just Elden Ring, you know? Like
Sure. Yeah.
it's like that game is just perfect. All right.
Okay. 2023. So
Hmm.
I actually think so. Baldur's Gate 3 won, and I actually would for the second time in this discussion, I actually will keep the game that actually won. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is probably the best game that came out. I would give a very strong honorable mention to FF16 though. The game was incredible, and then also a smaller one to Mario Wonder. I love those games too a lot, and I think those games definitely could have won in almost any other. It's actually FF16. I think in almost any other year could have probably won for me, but Baldur's Gate 3 was just better. I like the game a lot. So yeah, great game. The world, the characters, the story. I mean, everything was top notch. The gameplay. There's pretty much nothing. Yes, there are some glitches still with the game, and I hope they get fixed eventually. But other than a few glitches and bugs that are still around, I think the game is almost as perfect you can get. It's amazing. It's an amazing game. Everyone should play it who can, and yeah, I love it a lot. And not to mention the way they've supported the game after launch with the mods and the updates and all that. It's just it's a game that keeps on giving almost. So I just love it. It's a great game.
Hmm. Yeah, this was also another one of those years of like the PlayStation exclusive Glazers, and like the Spider-Man 2. And like I remember it was a huge thing like after the Game Awards that people would record themselves and they'd be like, "Yeah, I thought Spider-Man 2 should have been Game of the Year. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate 3 now and I'm just gonna see for myself." And then they play it and they're like, "Wait, this game's like really good."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so but yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, it is like the narrative is just insanely good. It's just a very creative and well put together game. Um, for me, also, it's the voice acting is like impeccable in this game,
I agree. Yeah.
which I feel like lots of times is like the voice acting is kind of not as much of a top priority in like narrative games, which sucks because like there's a lot of dial. I think this game has like it's like some crazy amount of like dialogue that this game has.
Yeah.
Um, and it's all like perfectly portrayed by the voice actors.
Right.
Um, so I would say for me, I do think it is game of the year, but I think it is tied for me with Tears of the Kingdom. Um,
Yeah.
because I think Tears of the Kingdom is even better than Breath of the Wild. It is just an insanely cool game. There were only like a few things that I wish they didn't change from Breath of the Wild. Like some of the whatever like ally system or whatever it is that you have, like they changed it a little bit and I thought they made it worse. But and if the game ran how it does now on the Switch too, I think it just would have been even better. But yeah, I think Super Mario Wonder. It's like whatever. 2D Marios are kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Those games are never gonna win Game of the Year, unfortunately, but they're all like consistently like really good. So
yeah. But Alan Wake 2 I hear
Yeah,
is amazing. I've just haven't
yeah,
played it yet, but
yeah. It's on
I
sale right now. It's like 70% off, I think. I actually might buy it, but
mm,
I don't
yeah,
know.
because I just hear it is amazing, and
Yep,
so um I do think that Hi-Fi Rush
yep,
should have been on a Game of the Year list,
I agree.
because it's just one of those games where it is just so creative and well done, and it just didn't get the attention it deserved. Um, and sadly, because of that, like I think the studio is um, was kind of put on like the back burner of uh, like in terms of like Microsoft's and like Bethesda's like team, like they were kind of like, like yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good game, but it didn't like get amazing numbers, so it kind of just like whatever, which
yeah,
sucks because like they're a good development team, and so
sure.
um, but yeah, I
Yeah,
want to say for this was also a good year for indie games,
yeah.
like and actually an amazing year. Sea of Stars, Cocoon, Dave the Diver,
Baldur's Gate
Dredge.
3.
That's a triple A game.
Oh, whatever.
That is not no, Carson. They had like millions and millions of dollars
No, no.
to work with. Okay. Like Pizza Tower, Viewfinder. Like it was an insanely good year for debuting a game. Like I would say to replace the Super Mario Bros. Wonder spot, um, I put like Dredge or Dave the Diver or Pizza Tower on there. I think like would have been a good choice. Um, because those are all just insanely good games.
Right. Yeah. I definitely would. I would like to see FF16 on there somewhere if it's up to me, but that's
Yeah,
just
that I
me.
haven't played it yet, but I hear it's really good too.
It's
So,
amazing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else is on here that I liked. See, it's funny because like I went into this Game Awards. I actually voted for Mario Wonder because I hadn't played Baldur's Gate 3 or FF16 yet by that point, unfortunately.
and this guy's not going to play Tears of the Kingdom because he's stupid.
No, I'm not. Alan Wake 2 is probably the biggest one that I would like to play that I have not played yet. Um, Dead Space remake is cool. I have played a little bit of that. Um,
Hmm.
what else? Um, I guess that's mostly it. Um, oh yeah, Armored Core 6 came out that year. That's right. I remember that was a game people really wanted to see on there, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. Resident
Yeah.
Evil 4 remake is the one, obviously another one that I would like to get to at some point.
Mhm.
Liza P, I
Pikmin
know it's popular,
Pikmin
so.
4, you didn't?
Was that this year? I guess it was. Yeah, Pikmin 4 I also liked. Yeah, I think I had that on my yeah, I had that on my honorable mentions. I also want to mention Metroid Prime Remastered. That game was awesome.
Mm.
Um yeah, actually I wrote down my notes. I literally put best year of gaming on this list. Yeah, like 2023 was a fantastic year. I actually really liked the games that came out this year. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
solid. Okay, now for the last full year that we
Yeah.
have.
I think we've talked about this before, but we'll just include it again in this.
Yeah.
Um,
So for me, I Astrobot is one of my favorite games of all time. It's so tough because this game and FF7 Rebirth are probably two of my top 10, 15 maybe favorite games of all time ever made. And so I had such a hard time picking between the two, but I do think Astrobot probably deserved it. I just think that game was incredible from beginning to end. There was really no dips in quality. I actually do think Rebirth maybe has a few higher highs, but it has way lower lows to me. So I think Astrobot probably was a better pick. Astrobot just it is literally the best 3D platformer I think I've maybe ever played. Definitely the best since Mario Galaxy at least. Um, and yeah, I just think it just nailed every part of the game, from presentation to gameplay to just the odd things you find in the game, the world you're in. It's incredible, and I am so excited to see what they do next because Team Asobi just nailed it. And yeah, I'm happy Astrobot is as popular as it ended up being because yeah, it really deserves it in my opinion. So
Yeah, so you know, I never played Astrobot, so
You're missing out.
I can't say for certain, but I did play Balatro,
Yeah,
and uh, it's kind of tough with the Shadow of the Erdtree thing because while it is a DLC, it has like as much content as like an actual game. Like literally the DLC I think took like 30 hours for me to beat.
yeah,
And I think that's like the average. They say like 20 to 30 or something like that. Um, and so, you know, it's like, does it deserve to be on there because it won Game of the Year before and it's literally just a DLC for it? But
yeah,
if it was like just the DLC alone, then yeah, I would say because but it's built on the backbone of it. So, well, I would probably give it to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. I'm not going to because it's a DLC. Um, and I would say that like the game is perfect if you because the way the DLC is though, it's actually in the middle of the game. Like it's
yeah,
not something you play separately. It's you have to like beat Radahn, which is like it's not like an early game boss. It's like more of like a like closer to it, but it's not like game either. It's more to like kind of in the middle-ish, like early middle. Um, and so and then there's the whole DLC part. And when you finish the DLC, it's then, all right, now go do the rest of the game.
yeah,
And so yeah, but Balatro, I think it is kind of the perfection of like simple gaming because I think anyone, even your grandma, could pick up this game and like understand it um in like 15 minutes
yeah,
because it's super simple. You know, it's like poker stuff. Like your grandma knows poker. Um, and then they'd be like, "Oh, like multiplies and oh, there's a joker and it's giving me things. Like, oh, this is fun." You know, and like we take I think this game is best on mobile actually because it's $5 cheaper and it works perfectly with touch controls.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, and so I haven't played Metaphor ReFantazio, but it's on my list.
yeah, mine too.
I hear that that's like better than Persona 5, and it's like the best of all the whatever stuff. Um, I heard a lot of people who played Black Myth Wukong thought that game deserved it.
Yeah,
I just never played it because I don't remember if it's like I don't think it's a boss rush game. I don't
don't ask
remember.
me. I don't know.
Um, but yeah, I was kind of like, ah, I don't care about that one.
Yeah,
But I do think um on the list of Game of the Year, uh, I think that the Silent Hill 2 remake
yeah.
and Stellar Blade were probably like the other two games that could have made it onto the list. Um,
I also throw Animal Well on there.
uh,
Animal was really good.
eh. Um,
Oh yeah, and Helldivers too. That game's fun.
yeah. Well, that's on ongoing game, isn't
Oh
that?
yeah, it is. Never mind. Oof.
Yeah, that was from last year. Um, but yeah, so I would probably just kind of stick with the Elden Ring and Balatro together. That's kind of my thing with it.
Yeah.
But this is also just a really good game, or a really good year for games as
Right.
well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think yeah, I think my stance on the whole Elden Ring thing has always been, I think if anything, it just shouldn't be on there because it's not a standalone thing. Like if it was a standalone DLC that was separate from the main game, I think it would be more understandable. The fact you have to play the main game to get to it, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. So I never liked it being there, but so be it. Um, but yeah, Balatro was great. I played it a little bit, love that game. Metaphors is also a game I like to play, but I have not gone around to it yet. And then of course, yeah, I love Astrobot, I love Episode Rebirth. Um, Silent Hill 2, that's something I want to play for sure. Um, uh, I don't know if this Life is Strange game is any good or not, but if it is, I want to play it eventually. I know it's, I
I've
know it
heard it's
involves,
decent,
yeah, I know
but
Max Caulfield comes back in that one, so that sounds interesting, certainly.
mm,
Animal Well is good.
mm,
Um,
yeah. I mean, Space Marine 2
yeah,
Warhammer, that
yeah,
game's really good. Because it's basically like the way they described it is like it's just kind of a callback to just old like 360 era like shooters. And,
right,
like it's exactly what it plays exactly like it. Where
yeah,
it's just like cool guns shoot a lot of things.
mm-hmm, right, yeah. Mario Party Jamboree was fun.
Yeah, we play that still.
Dragon Dogmas 2, I know was mixed, but I heard some people really liked it, so I don't know.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. Okay,
Uh-oh.
actually, that should have been on Game of the Year
Really?
list.
I thought you said
Yes.
you didn't like it that much. Or no?
I was I was doing like research and I like found out a bunch of stuff and then I like looked back at the game and I was like, wait a minute. Like this is actually like a work of art.
Well, okay.
So, okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but Dragon's Dogma 2 doesn't start until you beat the game.
Is that
So,
so?
so, so when you first open up the game, or just when you open the game, it actually, the title screen actually only says Dragon's Dogma. And the the developer of the game was like this game is like there's no mistakes in this game. It is made to a T. And the whole point of the game is like so it is very, very well made. I would say it is lacking in narrative elements,
Yeah.
but everything else with the game is amazing. Um, but once you beat you beat the dragon, like if you never finish the game, you're gonna say it's just exactly like the first game, like there's no improvements or whatever on it. Um, but then when you beat the game, there's like some stuff that happens, and then there's like the game doesn't specifically tell you to do uh so there's like the dragon. Like if you defeat the dragon, blah blah blah, it's like, oh, you're the king again or whatever. But then it just keeps replaying the fight. And what you have to do is there's like a special sword that you then you use that to stab the dragon. And because of that, it's like you're then taken out of like the loop that is like basically that you're in, and you're brought to the actual real world. And then the title screen Dragon's Dogma 2 plays. And so then it's like then now you're playing the sequel.
Really?
And like the map is changed. And then the whole point of the thing is to break the loop. And you
Really?
have
This is a real, you're being serious right now? This is actually the game is.
yeah.
That's crazy. I never have heard of that. That's insane.
Yeah. And so it's like yes, the whole game is Dragon's Dogma 2, but it's kind of like a thing of like that the game you were playing was actually Dragon's Dogma 1, and when you break the loop, then you're playing Dragon's Dogma 2, and then like the map is different, and you have like an actual like time limit, like an in-game time limit, because there's like kind of like a it's like whatever I forgot what it's called in the game, but like the map it like shrinks, and you have to like it's not like super coming in quick, like a battle royale or whatever. But you have to like play like you can't like play super slowly. And like you have to go through uh and then you like beat the game like for real. Uh Game of the year. I'm saying it. Game of the year. Dragon's Dogma 2.
Interesting. Wait, so okay, so is this like once you like quote unquote break the loop, like is that part of the game like just as long as the quote unquote main game, or like how does it work?
No, the like
Okay.
after part is it's not as long.
Yeah.
Um, but there's also just a lot of really good design elements in the game.
Interesting.
Um, but yeah. And so
Okay.
and there's also things I saw where like the game like breaking the loop and stuff is also like a metaphor for like the developer's like life and stuff because like he's been wanting to make the sequel for so long, but like he was told no,
Yeah.
like until like he was allowed to or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, look it up. Look up like the thing. But so that's why I think because a lot of people never even got to the part where you beat the game and then you break the loop and then actually play Dragon's Dogma 2. Like where like the title screen then actually says 2.
Yeah.
And so
Interesting. That's kind of like crazy meta stuff. I don't even know anything about that.
mhm.
But yeah, that sounds interesting, certainly. Yeah, I can get behind that, I guess.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, to be honest with you. That's crazy. Okay. So now we will end. We'll go into this year, which of course is not over yet. Um, but I do want to kind of highlight that. So these, are there actually any games on here? There are not. So yeah, it goes through the Game Awards itself. So I'm going to ask you, I guess, just to kind of like close. What do you think the game of the year will be this year? Obviously, Expedition 33 has been talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I know it's got some recency bias to this, but I know Donkey Kong's been getting a lot of high praise in the last few days. Um,
I
will it
think
be
it's
something
just
that has
going
to
to
come out
be
yet? You know, who knows?
Expedition 33, I think.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played the game yet, but I certainly hope to play it by the end of the year, and I imagine once I do, it will be a strong contender at the very least. So. I hope we get on it. Right now, let's give it to Dynasty Warriors. But yeah, if I do get to play Expedition 33 this year, which I hope to do, that probably will be my pick. So yeah.
Hmm.
Um so I guess that's it. I guess one thing I'll ask, I already kind of mentioned this a little bit ago, but what would you say was your favorite year of the last 10 or I guess 11 years?
I mean
Mine was 2023, I'd say.
I mean the Elden Ring year probably.
2022, yeah.
Yeah, just because there's also Tears of the Kingdom as well.
Yeah,
And so I think that was just like just those two games uh was just like that's all I needed.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I mean I mentioned a minute ago, but yeah, like 2023 was just such a great year for me. Like yeah, like between Baldur's Gate 3 and FF16 coming out, which are two of my favorite RPGs of all time. And then combine that with like some like the I guess I don't call it lower tier games, like games below that, like Mario Wonder, Pikmin 4, Metro Prime Remastered. Even like games I didn't play a lot of, like Dead Space, State of the Diver. Like those games are all really great, and I like them a lot. So I would give it 2023 for sure. For me. So
All right.
yeah, all right. Well, that is all.
All right, gamers.
Yes, everyone, please comment below what your favorite game of each year was. And
From the year Pong came out to now every year.
yeah, starting from what year was Pong? Like the 70s? I don't even know.
I think
Um,
so.
yeah,
Or the 60s. I don't know.
yeah, somewhere around there. Anyway, so yeah, go through each year, please. All right, sounds good. All right, catch you all later. Bye bye.